I'll try to not treat it like a circus here. My name is Chad Stubenbort. I am a citizen of Monroeville. So, a few things I'd like to touch on. I'll start with what Mr. Little had addressed as far as the budget, how much money is available, amounts that were budgeted and may not have been used. You had said right in the last 3 years we had never used the general fund balance to balance the budget. We did, though, go from 1.8 millage up to 4. So that is where the math comes from, not the 2.2 after the assessment.
We went from 2.4 to 4.
After the assessment, were we at 1.8?
No, we were 2.2.
2.2 is
After
correct.
the assessment?
No, before the assessment.
Okay, so after the assessment, we were at 1.8. And then we had to go to court and raise it.
Oh, then go to court.
Yes. Okay. Very good. So we're at 1.8. Just want to make sure the correct facts are out there for the public. We budgeted for $700,000 utilization last year. We're budgeting for $500,000 this year. We have $4.5 million roughly available in our cash, right? Cash on hand.
No, we have more than that.
4.8.
No, because we have a 10% reserve. Look at the fund balance analysis in the budget.
Just reading through your budget report. People are asking, well, where are people saying, hey, the council may have to raise taxes? I believe it's on page 13 of your address. You say that the council should strongly consider a 1 mil increase.
Unquestionably.
Okay.
I support
Greg,
that.
you said 2 years ago, basically, that the sky was falling. We need to find ways to reduce spending. Our spending is out of control. So this isn't a new problem. This isn't something that people are just bringing out of nowhere. Our spending is out of control, and we do need to start to rein that in. We do need to look at how can we reduce spending by a mere 1.6%, which then you don't have to put a $500,000 general fund utilization into your budget. The MS4, I'll talk a little bit about that as well. You had said that this is a federal mandate. It's a federal mandate as to what we have to do with the sewers, correct? It's not a federal mandate that you must enact a fee.
You're correct.
Okay. We've said Mount Lebanon. That's been used multiple times up here, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Mount Lebanon started their program in 2011. So if we're going to use Mount Lebanon as an example, I want to ask, where were we for the past 6 years? How was Mount Lebanon 6 years ahead of us?
Ask the council before.
Well, if I can answer your question on
Here's
that.
manager.
Go ahead, Ron.
You're a manager. You can answer.
Well, sure. Mount Lebanon is way ahead of the curve on the MS4 project, unquestionably.
Okay. All right,
So
that's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
I'll kind of just address Lou's comments. And first of all, Steve, thank you as my council person for speaking up and trying to keep order in these council chambers. There do need to be rules set forth. You can't allow people to come up here and just throw things out. The accusations.
I politely disagree on the First Amendment.
That's fine. There's freedom of speech, and then there's baseless accusations. That makes Monroeville look poor. When we say if it's not broke,
I think you did a pretty good job last night. I'll address that in my report.
I'm sure you will. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I kind of like that. So we'll look at crime statistics from 2014 compared to this past year. Assaults increased 45%, drug activity up 50%, gunshots up 43%, gunshot wounds up 150%, overdoses up 321%, prostitution up 118%, stabbings up 900%.
Excuse me, let me ask you a question. How many stabbings were there?
10.
Oh,
Okay, wait a minute. One other question. What would you do about it?
Is this my time to talk?
I'm just asking you a question.
why don't you just use the numbers rather
you're
than
going
the
to throw out
percentages?
these numbers. Let's get some backup on
Okay,
it.
very good.
Because, the public can go to the Pennsylvania State website, and they can pick up our crimes report. That's reported every month.
Very good.
And crime is down, believe it or not, in Monroeville, and we'll address that.
Very
I want to
good.
know what you would do about it.
Very good, and I will get to that. Thank you. So in those 7 categories, and those numbers did come off of the municipal's website, reported by the Monroeville Police Department. 15 gunshot wounds, 80 overdoses, 10 stabbings in the past year. It's a 75% increase since 2014. So there are problems, and they do need fixed. You had asked, what would I do about it? I'm not sure if you had stayed for the whole presentation at Meet the Candidates night, but we need to look at addressing it. We need to, obviously the status quo is not working, correct? Have we changed anything? We implemented.
We've changed a lot.
You're right. We implemented a camera system, which the district attorney has been pushing for, which our own chief of police has said probably isn't a good idea, and then on KDK he said, okay, I was wrong, it was a good idea. So we do need to get back to proactive policing. I'm not going to sit up here and make baseless allegations. I'm going to say that these are the facts. They need addressed.
Just want to know how you would address them.
And I just said the status quo is not working. I'm not a police officer. You were a police officer. I would hope that you guys have some
That's why I was
solutions.
curious
Can I
about
comment?
how you would fix
One
it.
thing?
Absolutely, Steve.
I think that would be good conversation for Meet the Candidates night.
Correct.
I'm just asking.
So, no, I mean, all this.
Overall, no, I
All
agree.
these political conversations.
I would
Right,
completely agree.
Meet the Candidate night. You guys go hash it out.
Very good. And I will end with this. When people vote, I just urge everyone not to listen to the rumors, the accusations. Look at our record. It's all available on Gateway's website. It's available on the municipal website. Look at the minutes. Look at who's voted for a tax increase. Look at who's found loopholes in procedural law. Look at who's wasted money frivolously versus who has cut down on budgets, balanced budgets. So
Now, those are accusations.
those are not.
Steve, you're not yelling at
Yeah,
him
they
for
are.
those.
I'm yelling at, I'm not
Okay,
yelling.
I'm just saying.
I've made my point.
Okay, I'm
You're
just
mad
saying,
to
but
keep control
he
of
is
this.
Those are
now
from your
making
website,
baseless accusations as
They're wrong.
well.
Your website's wrong?
Here we go. This is what's going to
I
ensue.
know, but he's doing it and you didn't say anything.
Okay.
I'm
slow down.
sorry I missed that one.
Okay,
No.
Okay, knock it off.
thank you.
Very
Go
good.
ahead.
Jeez.
So I just wanted to address, if you think that the crime stats are wrong, then please address them on your website because that's where the numbers are from. Thank you.